Hi, my name is Bridget Taylor and welcome to my classroom. Today I will be sharing about collaboration and the school media specialist. When I was hired at my school, I was one of two new teachers on my team. The lady who was the veteran teacher had been in this school teaching 6th grade for 8 years. She took me under her wing and showed me everything that I needed to be successful coming to 6th grade. We stayed after school for hours together, just talking and trying to do well by our students. She showed me what it meant to be a team. The other guy was fairly hands-off as far as collaboration goes. It felt more like a two-person team with a third member who occasionally showed up. My friend left at the end of the school year and I was devastated. How was I going to find someone to step into her shoes? We interviewed 4 people and I sat in on 3. Those 3 people were decent human beings, but they just weren't going to jive with my work style. The 4th one was interviewed through Skype and was rumored to have mentioned all the buzzwords that my principal likes. She was chosen as the new hire, and I was nervous. I needed this person to be a team player more than I needed to breathe. When we met, I knew instantly that we were going to get along. The first step toward collaboration was complete. When school started, she relied on me to be the expert in 6th grade math. I'm not. And I relied on her for her additional years of experience. We became fast friends and great coworkers. We shared resources, planned together, did projects together, and collaborated like champs. Our 3rd team member was like the rumored Bigfoot. You'd think you've seen him, but it was just a branch. He did his own thing and he never asked for help. When we collaborated, we did our best work. Our students benefited from the positive staff relationship, and our students learned to work together well from seeing their teachers work together and mutually benefit. The same is true when teachers collaborate with the school media specialist. In Karen Peterson's article about successful libraries, she writes that the librarians who see success school-wide, quote, never say no to teachers, end quote, when it comes to finding resources or helping in any way. One director being interviewed, Ross Todd, mentions the variety of factors that create a successful library, including a supportive principal, a culture of collaboration, the librarian being a committed teacher, and the vision of learning. Like this image, if a group of people who are supposed to be on a team are heading in different directions, the team will not get to where it's supposed to go. Collaboration is the many hands that make the light work. Here are 4 ways librarians can be successful and run a prosperous media center through collaboration. Number 1. Working with teachers to incorporate books into standards being taught in the classroom. Number 2, help teachers reinforce with research skills using online databases and various other tools. Assist in planning events, networking with community organizations and leaders to engage students. And number 4, to get to know teachers personally to build trust and relationships. Number 1, teachers already have standards to cover in all academic areas. We know that kids who read for just 20 minutes per day read 1.8 million words in a school year and typically score in the 90th percentile compared to their peers. Leisure reading and academic reading help students in so many ways, and adding relevant text to academics can add those minutes of reading. Media specialists can work with classroom teachers to add those relevant academic texts to the classroom. This type of collaboration is one of the easiest for teachers and media specialists because teachers have to teach and media specialists have the books. If the teacher is covering a social studies topic, the media specialist can find biographies and historical fiction titles. If the teacher is covering the fantasy genre, the media specialist could compile a list of various fantasy books for the class to choose from to read for their leisure or during class. Finding natural ways to collaborate will prove successful and easy to implement when beginning a culture of collaboration in the school. Plus, it's applicable at any grade level. Number 2, these days teachers have to wear more hats than ever before. It seems that new hats are added weekly and it's so hard to keep up. As media specialists, we can help take a couple of those hats from them. I know we have our own stack of hats, but we can share a few to lighten the load. T.A. Webb wrote, "A burden shared is a burden halved," and I think this is true in schools. In all grade levels, teachers teach students to write an informational essay in an appropriate fashion for their age group. As media specialists, we can take on some of that burden and work with teachers to reinforce research skills, helping students explore and understand online databases and how to utilize various resources and tools in order to write a successful informational essay and cite their sources accordingly. This type of collaboration will require some planning ahead of time and communication throughout, but it's a great way to continue the culture of collaboration in the school. Number 3, how many events does your school host? Reading night, math night, PTO chili feeds, wellness nights, family movie and popcorn nights. And how many times are teachers asked to volunteer their time, but their talents go unused? As a media specialist, we have a unique position in the school and are in a place to be networking, bringing in guest speakers and presenters, and working with local businesses and community leaders. These people love to give back to students in many ways. The Media Center is a great place to host visitors and events and gives a central place for students to come into contact with a variety of community supporters. Media specialists can also help with event planning and can unify the school by incorporating all teacher strengths and talents. Bringing the school together through events is a big way to cultivate the culture of collaboration. Number 4, lunch breaks during school are some of the most precious 20 minutes of a teacher's day. For some, they're busy running copies for the afternoon, stuffing a sandwich down their throat, or writing subplans, and a million other things. For me, I need my 20-minute lunch to wind down, decompress, and do a little bit of break room gossip with my friends. This is the perfect opportunity to form new friendships. Being a new librarian to a building or just starting in a new position can be daunting, but it's important to have people in your corner. Lunch break is a superb way to meet a few new people. Of course, not everyone's break is at the same time, but it's perfect to start building relationships with a couple people who have the same lunch break time as you. You could discuss school-related topics, but building a personal relationship can help encourage the professional relationship as well. For me, I'm more willing to work with people that I know and trust because I have more faith that the communication will be better and the outcomes will be better. Relationships are crucial with students and are conducive to a great learning environment, and the same is true for adults. There are a few additional ways librarians can collaborate within the school community to advocate for the importance of the Library Media Center. One way is to get parents involved. This can be done through having parent volunteers work in the biannual book fair, assisting with reshelving books, or helping with makerspace areas. A second way to advocate for the library is to work with teachers and parents to find suitable reading materials for reluctant readers and help families come up with ways to enjoy shared reading in their homes. Students and their families could compete to read the most pages per month and have a celebration at the end of each month, like a movie party with snacks. This creates family unity, encourages reading outside of school, and brings a sense of togetherness within the school community. A third way librarians can advocate for their media centers is to advertise their expertise to teachers so that they can begin the collaboration process. Many teachers might not know what the librarian has to offer, so advertising your skills in a tasteful and useful way will prove beneficial for all parties. To recap, here are 4 ways librarians can run a successful media center through collaboration. Number 1, working with teachers to incorporate books into standards already being taught in the classroom. Number 2, help teachers reinforce with research skills using online databases and various other tools. Number 3, assist in planning events, networking with community organizations and leaders to engage students. And number 4, get to know teachers personally to build trust and relationships. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope that you learned a few ways that you can have a successful school library through a culture of collaboration. Thank you.